Made,
still made money, right?
Yeah, of course you don't. You want to clean it out and use it on the next job, but if you had to, you could buy one for each job.
Oh, most of these guys know you can keep reusing these.
So now we're going to a heavier napkin, because now we're going to go over to the textured surface.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah,
You guys know. Yep. Careful, you guys don't step on that.
You want to sit to our friends?
Sorry.
Here's a textured surface.
We're working on the
Granulated.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. Well, they just want a light coat on it. You ain't going too much.
That's what I asked him because the material he has carbon too much the primer.
And now you can't get an accurate wet mill reading. No way.
Because of the capsule.
Yeah. Because of the granules.
Exactly.
But here you can, if you want to roll this, you really got to work it out. You got to sort of dry roll it all the way across.
And that's why you spray.
That's why you
Because I'm counting labor.
Yeah.
I'm counting labor.
If this product goes on too thick, like here, I got like a roller mark right there, that becomes a very brittle substance, and it's not good for. Sometimes I have contractors, they put one coat on really thick because there's some an old repair or something. Oh, we're going to coat this good. And now it becomes so thick that it becomes brittle. If you want to put on more product, you need to put several coats on, but always thin coats, never big globs. This is one area where thinner is better.
Yeah.
With our silicone, yeah, you are in doubt of a repair or something, just load it on there. The more you put on, the better it is. But this product, be very careful, because if you lay this on, I've seen it up to 40 mils on the roof surfaces.
40 mils with
and now if it starts cracking, then the crack will just transfer right through the top coat. Yeah. I wouldn't drink that.
Refreshing, let me tell you.
5 o'clock somewhere, brother. That's right, you ain't lying.
Anybody else want to try to roll the cap sheet?
What's going to bother me? I could sit down and watch it all day. No, you ain't going to get nothing on that one, I don't think. So there's one
You put twice the coverage, you're still not going to get a reading. You put twice the coverage, you're
Yeah,
still not going to get a reading.
and I mean it's never going to be accurate because the granules probably do 40 mils something there by themselves. So how can you measure it? You know?
And they're irregular.
That's why I can't know.
You got a reading if I go over that? Yeah. Over that cap sheet? Oh. Yeah.
So, recommendation. Spray.
Oh, absolutely. I never roll that stuff.
Just be careful. This travels far.
Oh, yeah, always.
And will attach themselves. It will attach itself better to an expensive. It attaches real well to a Bentley, not so well to a Kia, you know.
Yeah. Ain't that amazing? Yeah.
All right. Let's look a little bit at the SF 2000.
Charles, you want to pull that off and do a seam?
Yeah, let's pull that off and do a seam. We're just going to leave it at that. Let's step on that. Now, nice seam work. Well, it's a mineral surface, of course, because the granules, they're minerals. They are made from granite or slate, so they're basically rock, just ground up rock. Rock is an inorganic product, so it does not deteriorate, you know, for all the race. At least it takes millions of years just to wear through one of these pebbles. But what happens, this is embedded in organic material. Everything underneath is made from oil, basically, and you can see the black showing through the granules, which means the ultraviolet sun rays can find this too, and it will start deteriorate the surface of this membrane, and you're going to lose these granules. The more granules you lose, the more exposed this is going to be to the sun rays, and the faster it will deteriorate.
And the faster we get the coating.
So, yeah. So we come down and we look at this roof. It's been on for 12 years here in South Florida. And by now you can also see all the mistakes that the guy did that made it. You know, and you can see the seam here wasn't well torched. It's starting to come apart. You have some detail work on the curves, doesn't look good. All these things you can see now. But the thing is, we can go in and we can repair all the labor errors that were made 12 years ago. We can do that very easily with our products. We go in, clean this membrane, prime it, and now the guy, he didn't torch this really good. Maybe it was bare 30 when the seam was torched, you know? So, all you do now is you lay that product in there and you try to make a little build of material right over the seam, and at the same time feed some of it into the seam so it sort of glues that seam back together. If you can avoid it, as we talked about before, don't torch it, because you're going to reactivate the oils in this product, and now it wants to bleed out on you and stuff.
You don't put any of that S-66 tape on any of these joints?
You know, you put polyester tape over these granules, and if you look at it in a magnified view, that tape is sort of going to lay on top of the granules. And I see a lot, you can float it completely in coating and maybe fill it in, but a lot of times you see, especially people that use not full solvent products, you know, like a 50% solid product, something like that, and there are tunnels going in underneath that tape, and it's absolutely useless. That's what makes this so much nicer, because this will squeeze in between the granules and it blocks the water. It's perfect. So now,
I'm sorry, answer your question. Is that product, let's say, if you wanted to seal a stucco stop, can you use that to seal like a stucco stop?
yes, yes. It's perfect for that, where you sort of want to, you have a little bit of where the membrane maybe has pulled away from where the stucco stop comes up, and then also you have the seams in the stucco stop. And that's normally the weak point, because water runs into the seam of the metal, it back runs in underneath and rusts that stucco stop out or cause a leak on the inside. So.
Now you got to do the same thing. You got to clean it, have a nice real clean surface.
Yeah, you got to have a nice clean surface. Anything.
No, step off. We'll get another one opened up here.
Okay.
Grab that end and slide it over. Just slide on top of this other cap. You want to have somebody else do one?
Yeah, anybody want to try to?
I'll try it.
All right.
Try what?
Right, we have a couple.
Where's the SF2000?
So do half.
There,
All
okay.
right, no problem.
Yeah, you got lucky. You know.
Yeah.
And you're putting material down, you don't want to be stitched.
No, you gotta have a mill build here. You gotta lay at least 40 mils in for this product to be effective. Especially on a metal roof where you have a lot of movement. The thicker it is, the more movement it can take. But do you feel how nice that product
I like the way it works.
applies itself? I mean, it is such a beautiful thing to work with around all your difficult protrusions and everything. Don't drop it in the bucket.
Yeah, it was getting a little rough.
Sort of try to feed it into the seam a little bit there.
Yeah, made it halfway across. Says, hey, I got to take a rest here. You don't understand, this has done my men a lot of good, watching me do that.
Yeah, I think this might be the first time they've seen moisture appearing on your forehead.
Yeah.
They look disturbed over there and wondering what's happening. Is the boss man leaking?
Listen, when I got up, they said, hey, do you need a rest? You need a 5-gallon bucket to sit down on it.
When they break out the CPS, the paddles, grab that in.
You know, I need a paddle.
That's right.
Two more people? Anybody else want to try?
We're trying to find a way to spray this, and we're thinking mono pumps or something like that. So for these, you know, sometimes we do roofs that are a million square foot plus, and just
do half.
freedom of being able to pump this product from the ground would be nice to have.
Right. Yeah, it's just for the explanation.
Mineral spirits.
Lays down pretty nice. Yeah.
No wrinkles or fish mouths or anything in the tape to concern yourself with. Perfect.
Okay. One more?
You need some help, brother?
Yeah, get the paddle.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? Come on.